So this morning I'm talking about kids, cards and sanctuary, the glitter diplomacy programme. Breaking news, Britain's border policy has now been outsourced to year 3. Armed with glitter glue, of course. Yes, it's real. Children making Valentines cards for asylum seekers. Adult asylum seekers. Because nothing says serious national conversation like pipe cleaners and sticky glue. Now, Charlotte Gill spotted this, and I took a lot of information from her Substack, so I'm going to put the link to that in the description. Schools signing up for an initiative where young children pen heartfelt messages to total strangers. The campaign's called Show Your Heart for Refugees. Sweet, right? Sure. But try explaining this to someone who isn't totally naive or totally mad. Well-meaning, no doubt. Children should learn compassion for others. But in the wake of multiple alleged rapes by migrants on children as young as 8, alleged because there's been no trial yet, and as these animals weren't actually in the young girls at the time of police attendance, and as they follow a doctrine where the true prophet, of course he was, in their book of preference, definitely wasn't written by a control freak and a seedy older man, married a 6-year-old and had sex with her when she was 9. They'll probably get a judge that puts it down to them not knowing any better if they do go to trial. Will they get deported if, and it's a big if, they were found guilty? Probably no, because deporting them to their country of origin would put their lives at risk by being deprived of access to something like turkey Twizzlers, yeah I'm old, or pork scratchings, a treat possibly punishable by death in their country of origin, or possibility at risk because of their newly found homosexuality. We don't want those terribly nice people of Hammers, for example, throwing the rapists, if convicted, off a roof because of their newfound interest in the same sex, now do we? The City of Sanctuary says staff, parents and children are invited to make orange heart Valentine's cards. Optional. Nice. But still, somewhere in Britain, a 9-year-old is pouring their soul into a foam heart for a bloke who just arrived from halfway across the planet and probably thinks Valentine's Day is a chocolate advert. To be fair, it's pitched as solidarity, not state policy. But it's a solidarity looks suspiciously like we're asking the smallest humans to do the moral lifting while the grown-ups argue over who's paying for the hotels. Not to mention tempting these guys, if they are that way inclined, if they have been indoctrinated, if they don't see anything wrong with sleeping with children, that's like giving a drink to an alcoholic, isn't it? It is, in my opinion, anyway. To my way of thinking, you're blending the classroom, a place of learning, with the political arena and a charity shop. And in that Venn diagram sweet spot, an 8-year-old is writing a Valentine's card to a total stranger. A Valentine's card. Why is it always kids doing the smiling, drawing, hugging in these campaigns? What's actually wrong with the people behind them? What are their thought patterns like? Now, I'm all for educating children. Educate them on US and UK foreign policy playing a major role in the displacement of a lot of people worldwide. People bombed for no real reason. Regime change, leaders that lie about weapons of mass destruction. As I've said in another video, I don't blame people trying to make it to Britain, which is a soft touch, let's face it, if Britain had something to do with you being homeless in your own country. But I'd expect families to come then, not fighting age men. Unless, of course, these ladies and children are fighting the war back home and thought their men had done enough. Possible, I guess. Wonder what their thoughts are about their men getting Valentine's cards from kids. So yeah, educate the children. Educate about evil governments. About criminals going to war for profit. Because Blair, right the way through our prime ministers, Thatcher was guilty of it, leaving, 100 Marines on the Falklands when she knew Argentina was going to attack. because she was behind in the polls. Blair is just a war criminal, just a barefaced liar. How anyone can give that man any credence, airtime, I don't know. Any media outlet that gives Blair any time at all, or his institute, to me is corrupt and not worth listening to. Same with Alistair Campbell. What a horrible, horrible piece of human excrement. Both liars, both with so much blood and murder on their hands. It's untrue. And now, right away from Boris Johnson, right away through to this muppet, this toolmaker's son, this liar without peer, Starmer, endorsing this money moving exercise, this money laundering exercise probably, this BlackRock to rebuild exercise with, I'm guessing, so many brown envelopes changing hands, it's untrue, and making Russia the demons. Russia aren't interested in invading the UK, so why are we poking them? Putin might be a psychopath and an imperialist, but he's a realist as well. He warned he was going to be invaded the Ukraine if NATO kept pushing him and kept pushing him, they did. So yeah, educate the kids about this, but also educate them about the dangers of not only sick white men in Britain, a lot of them in the upper echelons of politics and royalty, but also those scumbags, vermin in these paedophile rings. Educate them about them, but also educate them about some of the people in these hotels, some of these refugees who have come with no documentation. Educate children about being wary of them, and don't send them Valentines cards, love letters, or naked pictures, even if it is under a cuddly wuddly title. I'd like to thank Charlotte Gill for exposing this, and yeah, that's all I had to say. I was sick at the pit of my stomach when I saw this. That happens quite a bit lately. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and speak to you soon. Bye for now.